What's going on, guys? Welcome to the 38th episode of the Breaking the Base. It's me, Narik Chase.
And Madam B.
And we are down and something like that. Anyways, we are down for the Leprechaun cards. And in this, we're going to be discussing Leprechaun Back to the Hood. And, of course, this is the sixth installment in the Leprechaun series. And now the Leprechaun is in the hood again. Mm-hmm. So, let's get on to it. What are your general thoughts about this?
Well, like, I don't know.
This one was stupid.
Because it was his main place is the hood. Because they made, he didn't stand out that much. Like he belonged there. With the hood.
Yeah, this movie was okay. I gave the Leprechaun in the Hood some slack, but I thought it was a decent film. This movie was just a complete step back. What did you think about the whole story? Like, okay, you have these young cats in the hood, find this gold, and then he's coming after them. Like, I mean, I guess it's just a generic.
First, I don't like the way the story opened up, with the telling about the origins.
Oh, you didn't like that part?
No, I didn't. Because
I liked it.
No, it didn't belong in this one. It belonged on the first one. Or maybe it belonged on the origin story.
Yeah.
It didn't belong in this movie. I like that, but it didn't belong in this particular movie.
Okay, I can agree with you. That an origin story that good should have been introduced as the first one. Well, we know back in that time period they was doing hash kind of hard, but so anyways, all right. But I think the story was. I mean, I agree with you about the opening sequences. I think that the story itself is decent. But again, execution. That's always one of the worst things what's up with these movies. I mean, the movies do be having like pretty good premises, but like this one had a pretty good premise. But it was just the way it played out was dumb. Okay, do you think the Leprechaun should have went back to the hood?
No, because why?
Yeah,
I mean, you can make sequels about a lot. I mean, it could have been sequels that he's going maybe back to where he came from, but back to the hood. Just just showing how dumb people can be when they get their hand on a little money.
Yeah, and one thing got me like, okay, you got Leprechaun in the Hood. This is the sequel, but it makes no mention, and it has absolutely really no ties to the first one. So,
a different part of the hood.
I mean, what happened? In the other one, they didn't even beat them. And in this one, what happened? I mean, I guess you can say. But I think the story, again, the origin story kind of messed it up. Okay. It kind of ties in because in the beginning, he was free. He was already free. But it really wouldn't make no sense for him to be in the hood again because he was running that dude or whatever. I mean, I guess it could kind of tie together, but they don't never mention anything about him in this film. Like, he's going around killing people. He went around and killed people during the events preceding this movie, but they never mention it.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if he was free already and then he got drugged to hell, which for some reason they pulled a Jason Goes to Hell and have leprechauns pulling them into hell, which is, I don't understand that part. I mean, the guy was praying. Put some holy water on him and prayed, and then he got drugged to hell. I was like, what? What did they do?
They didn't tell, they didn't tell how the man got to go, didn't he? Father Jacob?
Mm-mm. Like, they never actually sat here and did any, like...
But we saw him running onto a construction site. I guess that was supposed to be the youth center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, he got dragged to hell. And...
But the movie picks up a year later with these 3 teens, well, 3 young folks, and then this fourth guy who's completely irrelevant and stupid. So
he should have been. He should have been because he wasn't even part of
their circle like
that group.
Yeah,
I mean, he used to go with the chick, but I guess he dumped her for a young.
No, he was dealing drugs and selling, you know.
But he still used to go with her, and she didn't like that.
Like, this whole movie was just retarded. Okay, let's jump on the characters.
Stupid.
I didn't really like any of the characters. At least the other one I could say I like Dice T's character, Mac Daddy. This one I really like none of the. The only person I kind of felt sorry for was, what's her friend? Not Emily. Lisa. Lisa was like the only person I kind of felt sorry for because she died. So, but she died like a stupid way. Like, why did she die? Like, it didn't make sense for her to get killed.
And Emily, she was supposed to be the smart one out of the group because she was saying she was going to college, and I'm using quotations. But what did she do when she found the money? What did they all do? That goes back to show what will people do when they get their hands on a little money. Mm-hmm. They gonna mess it up.
And they would, all of them. Nobody did anything smart. I mean, Lisa bought a car, but if you got what did they estimate it to be, like $50,000 for the gold that they found, which they actually kind of estimated.
Yeah, he said about 500 a coin.
No, he said 5,000.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 5,000 a coin.
So, and they all split the coins up and stuff,
which was stupid of her. Why would she split it with? I understand Lisa was her friend, but the other 2 dudes, no, especially the dude who already had a girl and she knew what he was gonna do with the money, spend it on his girlfriend. That was stupid. That was like really stupid. I don't know, like, why? Why would you give your money to a dude talking about, I want you to do the right thing? No, because you knew he wasn't gonna do the right thing.
Nope. Like, all of the characters. Well, Emily was a likable character till you see what she does when she gets the gold. Mm-hmm.
She didn't have college. Flew out the window. She ain't mentioned college no more.
And also, how long was it between them when they found the gold and when he came back for him? I thought it was some time. Like, it took time. Like, maybe like a couple weeks.
They was like doing a little shopping spree, buying drugs, maybe a week or 2, but they had spent all their money up. And it's like the leprechaun could smell it or sense to where his gold is at.
No, and then that's why I say it doesn't make sense, because when he went to the house, he went specifically to kill that girl. He didn't ask her where the gold was. He went specifically to kill her. Mm-hmm. And then if that's the case, why would you go out if you want your gold? You wouldn't go out to them really, except to get your gold, but go to the place they wouldn't sold it. Like, this movie, that's the one thing I like. This movie was mishandled. All the characters suck. Like I said, Lisa was probably about the only one I could probably like the most. Emily, she was on my list, but then when she got that money, she didn't do nothing positive with it. I mean, you feel sorry for her because she's struggling and she wants to get out of the hood, but at the same time, when she got the money, she didn't get out the hood. She still worked at that piece of crap place that she was working at. And what got me was when they all had the money, they didn't sell all of it. They actually kept a couple of pieces, and I was like, "Why sell it?" Which is why the Leprechaun was like finding them. Mm-hmm. It's like they all kept like 1 or 2 pieces left. I'm like, seriously? You gonna sell that? You gonna bounce? Okay, let's just break it down. Emily was the girl that was trying to have bigger dreams and all that, so she sucked. Lisa was kind of like the sidekick best friend, but she didn't really actually contribute anything to the plot. Jamie is the pothead guy, and I didn't like his character because he was stupid. Rory is the ex-boyfriend. I didn't like him because he just conveniently kept popping up in all of these places they were at.
All right.
With his girlfriend in the most disrespectful ways too. I can understand that part of the city is small, but gosh, this dude was like everywhere she was. And then they had this kind of tit for tat of a so-called relationship that I did not buy it. Didn't buy it in the slightest.
What happened in the end? They got back together. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I was talking to a friend last night about that. The dude got all that money for his coins, $50K supposedly. What did he do with it? What did he do? He was still selling drugs and weed or whatever it was he was selling. I'm like, you got that big chunk of money. You do that stuff to get money, not when you have money. So I did not like that. I didn't like what was the guys that Watson and Cedric, the drug dealers, local gang, whatever the hell they were. I could have bought that story, like how they kind of had a rivalry with Rory. I didn't mind that. I understood that.
Yeah, but it's a group of guys against just him, which meant I guess he was doing way better than them as one guy. He didn't have a clique. You didn't see him with no clique, and the other dudes had one. I
didn't understand him with the motorcycle. I didn't understand that helmet, and I didn't understand the fact he was riding around the motorcycle with a bat.
He was selling drugs, of course, but all he had was a motorcycle. You didn't see him with no car, but you saw him. Like, okay, where did his girl ride in? On the back of the motorcycle. You didn't see her with a car of her own. So that's just kind of.
I actually felt sorry for his girlfriend, actually. Even though she was kind of a douchebag. Like when he showed up to Jamie's party, knowing that his ex-girlfriend was going to be there. Go sit there, go with his girl at the party, literally go stand right in front of him and had a girl dancing all on him. I said, ain't that something? Ain't that for consideration, for lack of consideration? I was like, I would have loved for him to have died. I would have loved for his girlfriend to have lived and him died. I would have been happy with that. I really hated these characters. In fact, there's like really no character I like that. Outside of Lisa and outside of me.
What about the psychic?
I didn't like her either because she was that was stupid. I don't like her. She was just one of those characters that they try to give the film substance.
Well, they have to find a way to get the Leprechaun story in the movie, like conveniently. Like she goes to a psychic. Like, okay, she would go to a psychic to like, okay, what's gonna happen next, Madam B?
Mm-hmm. You don't want to be that Madam B. She got struck hard.
And then she had powers. The psychic had powers.
I would have been better if they not said anything about his origins. All I would love for him to have done, came up on him, said, "Hey, give me my gold back," and the chase is on. I could have dealt with that. And like you said, remember like some of the places that they were set up at were very convenient. Like that one spot in the movie that they kept going to. Yeah,
it was like just the same spot. Every time they stopped, they was in that same spot.
It could be anything happened. A plane could have crashed. They was at that spot. Somebody could have got robbed on the other side of the city. They at that same spot. A dog sat there and chased one of them at that same spot. Even when the construction site, even with that, we mentioned, we're like, why are they having a picnic or barbecue at a construction site? Like, that didn't make any sense. Which led them to finding the gold.
I mean, you would have it at a park, maybe, at the end, they were playing basketball. That would probably be a more convenient place. But no, they had a barbecue at a construction site where all the stuff was, all the building, the, what do you call that stuff?
The beams.
The stuff, the building.
Then on top, well, they did have some humor in it that I didn't mind, like when he was smoking the weed, then he got high. Like, I didn't mind that. It was kind of funny.
Course, but what were they gonna do? Was in the hood, that's what they say.
It was like, then everything about it was like in your face. Okay, you got drug dealers. They were not subtle. They were like in your face. You got the whole cops, harassing folks. It was in your face. You got the loud black chicks up in the store.
Right.
In your face. Like, everything in this movie, they exaggerated. I mean, I know that stuff happens, but wow.
I mean, come on. Okay, what about the Caucasian dude who came up to Rory to buy the weed? He had it in his hand, flinging it about. You don't do that. Not in the place they call the hood. You was gonna get jumped before you got back to your car.
And the dialogue is terrible. What was the one point I was like, I'm done with it? When the dude was like, he didn't say my nigga, he said my ninja. I said, wow, I'm out. The dialogue is pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, we don't just break down moves and terrorize them. If you watch it, we just tell it like it is. Wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, it's our opinion. It's like, man, that movie was just bad. I'd rather watch the first one. I'd rather watch In the Hood, and that was a terrible movie. It could have been better, but for all intents and purposes, it was bad. This movie, really, there's no saving it. I mean, sure, the story would have been better, yes, had it focused on these characters who found this goal in a better way and actually done something with their lives with the goal, and him actually hunting them down. And having a better means of him actually knowing what happened to his gold. Now, the one thing about the movie I did like was the chest. Remember how when they opened the chest, it was gold, they poured it out, they closed it, and they opened it again? Like that. That was good. You can see why the Leprechaun would want that. And also, one thing I did notice, too, is everybody that saw that chest, they automatically ran to the chest.
Right.
Like, cops, when the cops pulled them over, they ran straight to the chest. When the drug dealer guy came up, straight to the chest. Like, okay, everybody wants to know what's in the chest. Like, why?
Why?
But, and then the ending was just so anticlimactic. He fell in some cement.
Which that should have been how they used the other ones. But, he used, hey, teach his own.
But the thing about it is, he fell in cement and he kept sinking. And I was like, how deep is that? Cement don't normally be like that.
Hold up. They said the film cuts back to the animated prologue, like the one's beginning, and he digs himself out of the ground, leaving a cliffhanger.
Wow, really?
So he dug himself out of the cement.
I ain't even see that. This movie just retarded. It's stupid. I would not recommend this movie to a dog. I wouldn't even let a dog piss on this movie. This movie was just terrible. I'm sorry. I was thinking, I'm like, okay, even with the rainbow and all of that stuff. Like, and then, again, there's no consistency because a lot of stuff that he did in the other movies, he didn't do in this one. So this movie is just bad all around. Don't care about it being back to the hood. I'm a black dude and I wouldn't even recommend this to other black folks. I wouldn't even recommend this movie to hood folks. It was stupid. Bad characters, poorly written script, really a choppy story that could have been better. The dialogue was stupid, and there was nothing really compelling about this at all. Not even on the simplest levels. Any last thoughts?
Not for me.
Guys, let you know this now. Don't watch this. I wouldn't even recommend a 0 out of 5 on this movie. Well, I'd probably give it like a 1 or 2. But anyways, in the comment section below, let us know what you think about Leprechaun. Back to the Hood. Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was funny? Did you think it was stupid? Did you agree with any of our points? Also, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a comment, guys. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.